I do really want to work something out with you guys. But like I said, I'm going to make this as clear as possible. I'm not asking you to sit here and be like, yeah, CG, Mr. K said to go rob a bank and go sell drugs. And I'm not asking you to name any names. I'm not asking you to even say anything related to CG. What I'm simply asking you is regarding this dirty money. I know you don't get this from selling drugs. So where are you, besides CG, if they're involved or not, I don't care. Where are you, Raymond, getting this dirty money from? If you're willing to talk to me about that a little bit, without having to snitch or without having to, you know, make yourself feel like you're doing something wrong, we can work something out. Because right now, I'm gonna be honest, this strain you had in your apartment, yeah, this is coming back to a really, really big weed farm that we busted a couple weeks back. Mm-hmm. And it's coming back to a lot of other cases right now.
Oh my god!
And I have to be honest. A lot of them are connected to you, and it kind of makes it look like you're the one handing it all out. It kind of makes it look like you're the Pablo Escobar of this whole thing, and that's not good. Does that make sense, Murphy?
Not looking good, Ray.
Yeah, I mean, I knew.
Not looking good.
I knew based on the raid that, you know, that was going to be the charge.
Exactly. So, I mean, do we want to sit here and go through drug trafficking, or do we want to work something out? Do we want to go through? Yeah, we want to go through weeks of court and hundreds of thousands of dollars and act like I don't really want to do that.
Well, I mean, I don't see why this is a decision under the circumstances that my client needs to make right this second, which is what you'd prefer, obviously. But it's not exactly as simple as that for someone who's just getting sprung upon like this. It's a lot to think about.
What is there lots to think about? I'm giving her a way to incriminate herself and only herself.
I wouldn't say that, but I wouldn't put it like that.
What would you say then?
I mean, it's a very major decision that has ramifications for her future. So making that in a split second.
Can you elaborate?
I'm saying, you know, what's the timeline here? Does she have to make this decision right now?
No, I'm asking you to elaborate what you're saying. Stop avoiding the subject. What do you mean it could damage her future and blah, blah, blah? What does that mean? What about this could damage anything?
Well, her future in prison, out of prison, you know, making a deal versus going to court. Those are all very serious things that we've had all of a grand total of 6 minutes to discuss about in seriousness. You know, probably more like 2 minutes since we know what the actual situation is. So it's a lot to it's a lot to digest, and it's a lot to consider. You know, I wouldn't advise my client make any final decisions on this matter until she's had some time to think about it and more time to discuss it with me, and you know, obviously have a good think about it on her own.
I'm actually asking for pretty much nothing, and I think you know that, Murphy.
We know you.
I don't know
nothing.
That.
I just told you what I'm asking for.
Well, I know what you're asking for. I have no reason to trust you, and neither does my client. That's the problem.
Yeah, but the problem is, Murphy, is that you come in here every time, and I give you the deal of a lifetime, and then every time you say no, and then every time it doesn't go your way, no. I'm not done fucking talking, am I?
No, but I'm not saying no either.
That's great. I'm not done talking. Every time you do this, you say no to things, and you drag your feet on it when you know it's the better deal for your client, and instead of taking the better deal for your client, you drag your feet through the mud just so you can what? Go to court? Why? What's the point?
And every time I come down here, you all gaslight me into trying to get me to think that I'm not looking after my client's interests by not advising her to play into your hand and believe at face value everything.
But at this point in the game, Murphy, as a lawyer, you should know this by now. You should know when something is a good deal. You should have these relationships with the officers. I'm just confused as to why every time I got to deal with the same thing with you.